welcome to Mr. Ben coaching all things cycling, triathlon, swimming. I thought I'd give you a quick couple of minute talk on cornering. Lots of us are happy to go around corners, fast or slow. Lots of us are scared to cycle around corners. If you come from a cycling background, you may have more experience, but we can all benefit from it. I've been cycling since I was a kid. I've also done some motorbike racing, scrambling and road racing on the track as well. So I'm relatively comfortable with going around a corner of different gradients, etc. So I'll just talk briefly about what I think is important when you're going around a corner. So I'm going to talk predominantly about riding on the road, because mountain biking, gravel, it's a whole different territory because you've got such loose material rather than hard tarmac. So we'll talk about it on the road and then go through it. So what makes someone go fast around the corner? Probably everyone comes straight to it. Oh, they're just mad, they go fast around the corner. Yes, it does take confidence to go around corners quicker, but there's also a lot of technique, more than you realise on that. So if I talk through it as if I'm imagining I'm going around a corner, so I can think of a corner near me that I often use on a little circuit for some crit training. It's a left-hander. You're probably approaching the corner about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So it's on the Queen's Highway, so I cannot use the middle of the road, so I've got to stay close in because it's not safe to do so. So the key thing is you get your entry right. So you want the braking done early, you want the gearing right. There's no point going in a big gear into a corner and coming out and able to pedal, so get those two things right. You want to try and follow a nice smooth line round. If you carry too much speed, you will get shunted off to the other side of the road. And as we are on the Queen's Highway, you've got traffic coming the other way. So you're going to have to hold a tighter line. So common sense, you need less speed entry. You want to be able to look around the corner. If your eyes are focused on the opposite side of the road, your body and bike will take you to the opposite side of the road. You need to look around the corner. If it's a sweeping corner, keep looking, very much like you would do if you're riding a motorbike, and your body will go around the corner. So when you've gone into the corner, most important thing is, if it's a left-hand corner, your left pedal is up. Like that, you risk hitting the ground. I've done it in a road race. I've gone around a corner in a pack, didn't have my foot position right, caught the inside, and it's lifted my bike off. Lucky I didn't come off, but I learned from that mistake. So make sure the leg's upright on the inside corner. Obviously, right corner, right pedal is at top position. So exit of the corner. You obviously don't want to go so slow out of it that you're actually come to a grinding halt, but you want to be in a right gear. As you come out, you can get back onto pedalling and back onto your training ride. Now, some of you may not realise this, but some people will go around the corner with the hoods. I often go around corners with the hoods. If it's a tighter corner or a descent, the corner, or you're carrying much speed, it is better to go onto the drops. You're lower, your centre of gravity is lower to the ground, you've got soft elbows, and it enables you to counter steer. If you know about counter steering, we work the opposite way, we turn that way, and we go that way. It doesn't make sense, but it is actually how a gyroscopic wheel works. So you want to drop on the hoods. You've got your fingers covered if you need to, and you can chop around there. Now, I spoke briefly about the racing lines. If you're riding off-road or on a closed circuit where there's no traffic, it makes sense to use a racing line where you can go wider as you come into the corner and cut across, very much like a Formula 1 car or a MotoGP bike, where you cut the line, hit the apex and shoot out. That enables much more greater cornering speed. As most of us will be riding on the Queen's Highway, we can't do that, so we want to adapt a nice, comfortable, safe, smooth line where we hug the inside of it. The key thing is, whenever we're turning a corner, I always have a quick brief look. You never know if there's another cyclist around you or a car, so whenever you're turning, you always do that lifesaver manoeuvre. Just have a quick look, just gives you confidence on there. Now, option is, do you go fast in, slow out of corner? Well, we can't, we haven't got an engine. Or do you go slow into a corner and then pedal out hard? I personally would choose a safer option and go steady into a corner so you're not panicking, and then as you start to see the corner finish and straighten up onto the road, you're then in position to pedal as you go and carry the speed. It's a much better way of developing confidence. How much angle should you carry? Depends on the conditions. If it's wet, You do not want to be carrying loads of corner, loads of drop in, because you've only got a contact patch about my finger, I should think, if you're running a 25mm tyre, very little. So you want to keep the bike upright as possible. So you can kind of counterbalance that. The hotter it is, the drier the conditions, the better the road surface, you can carry more lean angle. But it's a very sort of difficult thing to teach verbally, especially on a static bike, about cornering angle. The most important thing I think at the moment is that when you're getting your confidence with cornering, perhaps you can practice the same corner half a dozen times, and you will know if you go quick around it because you will feel quicker, even without looking at your speedo. You can do that. So in terms of how much angle I carry, I would just keep the bike comfortable and let yourself just get used to going round. The faster you go, the more angle. You only need to look at some of the MotoGP riders, and they're getting so much lean angle now that they're having the elbows and knees down. I'm not asking you to do that, but what you do need to remember is the faster you go, the more corner angle you will carry. So start off slow and build up, and before you know it, you'll get yourself a lot more confident. And the most important thing, I think, especially when I used to race a motorbike, is do not go barreling into a corner with so much speed, panic brake, and then you're going to get yourself in a right pickle and get your body position wrong and end up making a right mess of the corner, or even worse, sliding off. So hopefully that's helped a little bit with cornering. I know it's only just a few teaching points, but if you're not confident, your best thing to do is to practice on a safe area and just get used to it. If you want any more help on the cornering, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing you at Mr. Ben Training Tips session next week, guys. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.